In July 1943, the Battle of Kursk erupted into history as the largest tank engagement ever recorded, representing a deeper turning point on the Eastern Front during World War II. German forces launched Operation Citadel with the ambitious goal of encircling Soviet troops in a massive pincer movement around the Kursk salient, but unknown to them, they faced a fortified and prepared enemy. The battle commenced on July 5, 1943, with fierce fighting occurring across the vast landscape. Prokhorovka became the focus of one of the most intense clashes, involving approximately 800 German tanks against 850 Soviet tanks, all part of a larger force that included an estimated 2,700 German and over 5,000 Soviet tanks in the theater. The scale of the engagement was staggering, with around 2 million men and more than 6,000 tanks engaged in combat operations. As the German forces advanced, they encountered well-prepared Soviet defenses that had benefited from deep intelligence and strategic deception. The Soviets had constructed a series of defensive positions that enabled them to absorb the initial blows of the German assault. Their frontline commanders, armed primarily with the reliable T-34 tanks, coordinated counterattacks that exploited weaknesses in the German formations while inflicting heavy losses on the attackers. The key battle at Prokhorovka highlighted the chaotic and destructive nature of the conflict, where the sound of engines, gunfire, and explosions filled the air. The clash was marked by fierce close-quarters combat, resulting in significant destruction on both sides. Despite the Germans' initial successes, they faced relentless Soviet counterattacks that compounded their losses. Within days, the cumulative toll on German armor became apparent, leading to a critical turning point where their offensive momentum could no longer be maintained. On July 13th, facing unacceptable losses and growing external pressures from Allied operations in the West, Hitler ordered the cancellation of Operation Citadel. The defeat proved catastrophic for German forces, shattering their capabilities and eroding their strategic initiative on the Eastern Front. The Soviet victory at Kursk not only secured the integrity of their lines, but also marked the beginning of a series of significant Soviet offensives that would continue to push German forces back across Eastern Europe. In retrospect, the Battle of Kursk and the clash at Prokhorovka stand as critical moments in the war, emphasizing the importance of intelligence, preparation, and the sheer scale of warfare. The high costs suffered by the German forces in this massive engagement shifted the tide of the war in favor of the Soviet Union, setting the stage for future successes that ultimately led to the collapse of Nazi Germany.